24/7.
We on.
You're listening to Philly Funk Radio.
Turn me on, turn me on, turn me on.
Live from Philadelphia, PA.
Yeah.
Giving you the funk.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. You are checking out our Philly Live show right here, live on Facebook and YouTube. And we are here, live and direct. And, of course, we are joined by my co-host, Mr. Van Stone. Take it, Van.
All right. I hope this light is right, man. How's my light? Is it okay?
It's fine.
Oh, okay. Because you always say that, but it may not be true. All right. Well, we're live here. Of course, I'm Van Stone, the face behind the voice. Welcome to a special Sunday show of Philly Live, Cali Live. And I am your host with my host, of course, Jerry Wilson. And we have a special guest today. It is the one and only my son, Van Stone Jr. Most of you know him as Van Stone Jr. or Chef Stone. And you've been following his shows, his black animation. You've been following some of his artwork. And he has been featuring his film, which is, of course, called Heroes of the Last Cube. So usually you see it at the end of the show. Sometimes you see it at the break. But we're going to do a special interview because this is part of my birthday present to him today. So we're going to get a chance for you to actually see what he has to do and say about to put the show together. That's his little studio area. That's how the setup goes, and he brings everything to life. So it's going to be a great interview. So while we're getting ready to go forward, Van Stone Jr., Chef, have a seat. Come on and prepare to come on the show. Meanwhile, while you're doing that, I'm going to give a shout out to the rest of our viewers and listeners. And of course, we go by state. What's up, Cali? What's up, Utah? What's up, Virginia? Man, we can go on and on. And of course, our Black Philadelphians. So if you want to stick with our show, please go to YouTube, all right, and click in or write in or however you want to do it, Philly Funk Radio, YouTube. And that way, as soon as you see the show, please hit the subscribe button. We have to start this again because we're actually building. We're building since our last shows, and it's just getting better and better. With that in mind, let me see. If you want to listen to the radio station, www.phillyfunkradio.com. The music is really nice. We have the old music, we have the new music, we have R&B, we have, R&P, rhythm and praise. So I'm telling you, we're just really getting busy and things are going more smoother and smoother. So with that in mind, let's get into the topic of today is the one and only star, Van Stone Jr. You'll finally get a chance to see the face behind the voice for real with all the voices and characters. What's up, Van Stone Jr.? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling lucky, I guess. I think. I've heard about this show since it's something that my dad is a part of and stuff. And I'm glad to be here. I'm happy to be here. I'm very glad to be here.
Good. So what we want you to do is really tell us a little bit how this show is put together because it's just so difficult. Just give us a brief idea. You're in the studio, actually in a room, a typical bedroom. And actually, this is your old bedroom since you were a little guy, and so now you're 17 years old and you're still using the studio, which is a bedroom in a different way, which is a positive. So give us an idea. How did you come up with starting this type of film in black animation?
I went off the kind of content that I watched when I was younger. Back when I was younger, I didn't watch like regular television. Instead, I would kind of like roam about on the internet and be obsessed with this content, which isn't even really around anymore, where there'd be like maybe two people. There would usually always be two people that would have these just stuffed animals, usually stuffed animals, not like action figures either, where they would just have them go about on like just random just shenanigans, and it would be very episodic. I liked it a lot. So I wouldn't say that I'm trying to bring it back, but that's maybe an inspiration of how I really set up each and every episode and stuff, and the show itself, just how it functions, and overall, like the overall formula of how
Recording in progress.
they're gonna map it out and stuff. That's really what I base it off of.
Okay, but you started based on characters. Let's talk about the characters. You do the voices of the characters. So give me an idea of which characters you started with, because you had this whole, setup of all these different characters. Well, we need to really know the detail. Why did you pick these particular characters? Give us some of your characters, and we'll get into the number of how many different characters, which is amazing that you're doing voiceover.
Well, the origin doesn't. It was entirely by luck. This whole thing was just a whole little concept that I do have to give some of my credit to my father for even happening in the first place. We went out to Center City to inside a Five Below, and we found these little action figures of Mario and a bunch of other characters from the Super Mario series. And my dad, you came with the idea that what if, what if we got these little toys and stuff? We could maybe make something out of it and stuff. And I was on board entirely. I didn't even think of that. That was actually your idea.
Thank you.
And because of so, eventually when we came back the second time back to Center City and got the toys, that's when it all started. Since before that, we were doing something else where I was actually showing my voice, and I was just having impressions of different characters and stuff, and that was really fun. But introducing the toys, they kind of like upgraded it all and turned it into something completely different, and it became sort of a stop motion kind of thing, which ever since I've consistently had a lot of fun doing. It's been really enjoyable. And I look forward to it every time that I get the chance to make a new episode. It's something that I constantly have to like focus on and come with new ideas for. It's great. It's really great for me personally.
Right. Did you start when you were in middle school doing this? How young were you when you started doing these voices of different characters, or did you wait until you got into high school?
This started. This started back in first grade. That's
Wow.
yeah. Some random video came on when I was like watching a movie. It was some advertisement of some sort, a commercial where they were kind of interviewing like much smaller voice actors for some animated film, and that was how I even like was introduced to the idea of like people like using just having silly voices and putting them into a film and actually getting paid for it. And I at that moment was just I was focused. I wanted to be that. I wanted to accomplish something of that sort. I wanted to be able to do something like that, to be able to get paid for that, because it seemed like a lot of fun and stuff. And because of so, I kind of just practiced, well, not even really practiced, but we just kind of had fun just doing silly voices with my brother and sister. We would usually like play with toys and stuff, which made me naturally become really good at it over the years. And I haven't stopped since.
Okay. And how many characters for this series, which is called The Heroes of the Last Q? We did a counting today. I mean, that's really not everything, but it's amazing. How many characters for this series have you been, doing that, adding to the show? By how many characters?
Over 30. 36 to be exact.
36 different voices. So you can do 36 different voices. And when you do the show and the viewers are watching the show, they have no idea that it's just one actor, one
Really?
professional.
Really?
Is that right?
Yeah. Yep. Mhm.
That's amazing. So give us an idea of some of the characters. Let's put them on the show because we talked about, we prepared about this. So I don't think that's really believable. I just can't believe it. So you got to show us some of the characters and do a couple of voices. Bring them right into this,
Okay.
and then that way we'll really know that this really is you. We're waiting on you.
Okay. Well, there's one which I assume is your favorite of this tiny series, which has been going on for a few months now. His name is Seven and stuff. So yeah. This guy I've still been U7.
Yeah. Okay. So just go through them and do. Come on, bring them into the show.
All right. Okay. There's also
No,
Cheetah.
one at a time. The first
Fine.
one. Get him. That's what's going on with what U7 got to say. If he was in the show today, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, U7. If I'm being completely honest, I still haven't fully figured it out. I'm actually still trying.
Well, just do his voice. Bring these guys in.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to talk
Going.
about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, this
I
is
thought
my
you were gonna hold them or something. You know, like
This is my voice for U7. U7 is funny. He was the last Q, as he constantly reminds the audience of. So yeah, that's U7. Yeah.
there you go.
This is Shidai. I had a hard time figuring out her voice, but I decided to go with something like this. I didn't put a lot of thought into it, but I just wanted it to be something a little bit funny. I didn't think about it too hard and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's
she could
good.
go.
Come on, you got a few more. Let's get them all in there. So
Okay.
we see different skills, your voices.
This is Luigi. Luigi is kind of the punching bag of the group, which I've been slowly building up to kind of fixing that for the sake of like character development. But until then, Luigi is kind of just the guy that constantly gets hurt by his older brother, which I will introduce very soon. But before I get to that, let's make sure he doesn't. Let me place it.
Okay.
It's my voice for him. He's very rude and doesn't have a lot of. He doesn't respect his friends, and he's very fun to play as because he's very chaotic. It's a lot of fun.
Anywho,
Okay. It's not all of them. You got more. These are the stars of the show, by the way.
Which is Yoshi, which is probably my favorite of the bunch, which is why he's the most complex. That's not saying much, considering the good portion about the characters, but he's also very fun to play as when it comes to figuring him out.
he's Mario. He's the troublemaker of the group. The true chaotic, just overall issue, at least with the first bit of the story. He's the one that mainly started all of the issues and problems, the conflict. He's very entertaining and is very fun to play as. Even though recently I've been kind of pushing him aside for the sake of a much bigger threat and stuff.
All right, how many left? 2?
There are 3.
Okay, well, come on, let's get it on.
There's Mickey Mouse, which is one of the newer characters of the group and stuff. So if you keep watching, you'll see more about him.
There's Mike Wazowski. I still don't know what I'm gonna do with this guy. There's so many characters to work with, and I have to figure them all out and stuff. But until he's just there, and I like him a lot.
And last but not least,
Escalio. this is the biggest threat for now when it comes to how the story's been going so far and stuff. I do plan on introducing more villains, but Excalibur for now is going to be the first threat, and that the Heroes of the Last Crew face this far in the story.
Hey, do me a favor. But we're gonna let Jerry come in and ask a question, I believe. Bring you seven back. What's his favorite line? And I'm gonna let Jerry get a question. Come on, what's my man? That's my man.
Well, his line is, "My name is U7, and I'm part of the Heroes of the Last Crew."
All right. So Jerry, you got a question?
So my question actually is for either of you. I know Sam Jr., very creative individual. Do you have any plans in the future to maybe actually get this stuff animated and maybe sell it to someone? Because I know your dad, he does Roger Robbie, which you do the voice as well, and maybe you could actually bring that cartoon to life.
Yeah, I've been really thinking about that and stuff. If I had more time, I would put a lot of more effort into it and stuff. It's just that, especially stop motion animation, or well, animation in general, it's extremely time consuming. I still have been trying to do that recently and stuff. I just have to try to flesh things out with all the characters before I get to really do that and have things be a bit more showy with the animation, so things are a lot more clear with how they move and stuff. I really would like to do that, though.
Did you forget Roger Robbie?
Maybe.
You
Did you
forgot?
bring Roger Robbie in before we go to a break? I tell you, the stars of the show. You always do this. Let somebody else do the show. Can you do Roger Robbie's voice? Come on.
Okay.
Everybody knows Roger Robbie's a national character.
Yeah, he is. He's
Yeah,
actually he's kind of the core of what started this. But this is Roger Robbie's voice. It's very friendly and seems very straight managed to the point where it's almost air graining when it comes to how cheesy he sounds. But I think it's perfect for Roger Robbie. Yeah, this is Roger Robbie's voice, and this is just how he looks for now. He might change, but for now, Roger Robbie has been portrayed as what is a dog animal, I believe. There's a squeaky. I don't think there is, but he is.
All right. So Jerry, we're going to throw it back to you. Is it time for us?
Yeah,
to
so we're going to take a small break because we got about 6 minutes. So we're going to take a small break and then come back.
And we have a caller. A caller is going to call in.
Oh, yes. All right. Well, we'll be right back.
All right.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama?
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
All right. And we are back. Whoa, there we go. You can hear the phone just come right in. All right. And we are back right here on our live show. And as always, I'm going to throw it back to Van. Van, you back?
Okay, so welcome everyone coming back to the show. Of course, this is Philly Live. I'm Van Stone, the face behind the voice, and we're here today on a special Sunday show. We're dealing with the youth and the teens and the kids, and how it's a very special part of our program. And just in case you didn't know, of course, it's Jerry Wilson, always a co-host, and most of our other co-hosts are not here. Whitney Hickson is not here today. We have Janice Barksdale, brand new. She's not here today. And so many of the other, co-hosts, Warren Bloom's not here. But we do have a new guest who'll be here when he can. Of course, it's my son, Van Stone Jr., or better known as Chef Stone. And right now he's away. So we do have a caller, though, who's called into the show and is going to be part of a professional voiceover of maybe several of the characters who's calling on the line. Take it back to you, Jerry.
Okay, so we're gonna go this. We're gonna go to the caller.
Let's go to the caller.
All right. Are you on?
Yeah.
All right.
Hello. How are you doing today?
We are doing excellent. How about you?
I'm doing fine. As a matter of fact, I've been feeling better than recently. Remembering this. I think I'm out of the meeting. But the point is, my name is Hughes Tips, and I'm part of the Heroes of the Last Cube. It's important for people to understand who I am. Not even I know who I am, but I'll be figuring out soon enough.
What are you going on about? Listen. I need to be on this call. Woo! I need to make and introduce myself properly. There are way too many characters on this show recently, and I have been suffocating when it comes to being surrounded by all of these losers. Well, that's okay. I have my friends. I don't think I have any power yet in this show, but I'll figure that out and stuff. Maybe. I might. Get out of here! I don't get enough screen time at all! In fact, I need to complain for a little bit. I've been so spent and fed up with all these newer guys showing up out of nowhere! It's not fair! She's slowly being faded out by all these newer faces!
So, caller, I need to ask you a question. Can you hear me?
I can!
Oh,
yes!
Okay, caller. So here's a question. So, there was a very popular movie out, and the character was Bowser. And one of the famous lines, not a line, but a song, Bowser did a song from this particular movie. Do you think you could, this is trivial. Do you think you could do that song real quick that Bowser was singing in love with one of the other characters? And then we're probably going to let you go and appreciate the phone call. Can you do that for us?
I suppose I shall. Peach, you're so cool. And with my star, we're gonna rule. Peach, understand. I'm gonna love you till the very end. Peaches, 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 yo. Oh, peaches, 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 yo. Oh, Mario, Luigi, and a Donkey Kong too. 1,000 troops of Koopas couldn't keep me from you. Princess Peach at the end of the line. I'll make you mine. Oh, peaches, 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 peaches. Yo. Oh, peaches, peaches.
All right, so caller, thanks a lot for calling in. You can hang up now. We're going to bring Van Stone Jr. back and go back into the show. So I'm waiting for Chef Stone to come back on. This is Go Jerry. What do you think about these voiceovers, man?
Very creative. And you know what? I think you'll probably expand to more voices. By the way, we only got literally 2 minutes.
Right. Okay, there we go. Van Stone Jr. is back. Okay.
I'm back from my bathroom break.
Okay, so if it's 2 minutes, we're going to give you 30 seconds to wrap up for us, Van Stone Jr., Chef Stone. What would you like to share in 30 seconds? The most important thing as a teen, you're a professional, you're acting, you're also singing too. You're singing as well. In 30 seconds, what positive thing would you have to say for those who might want to go into this field of technology and movies and film and voiceover? 30 seconds.
That's quite the topic, especially for someone like me. I wouldn't really say that I'm the one to really like give it a some kind of like what's the word? Well, to guide someone through this field when it comes to just what I would do. But I would say that what's most important is just to have fun. If you don't enjoy what you do, and this kind of goes for everything, you probably shouldn't do it, because that really is what's most important. What's important is to have genuine compassion for what it is you're trying to accomplish. If you don't, that's not only okay, but it's kind of normal. It just happens for everyone. At least I'd like to think so. All in all, I don't know. Just keep trying. When it comes to this kind of thing, it's like drawing and art. It's not something that everyone's naturally good at, and for some, it takes a lot of practice to the point where it's not really definable when you'll get good at it. But
Thank
you just
you.
keep trying. Yep.
Thank you for 30 seconds.
I'm really bad at cutting down on time.
No,
Hey,
I'm just messing with
Hey
you.
Van, he's
Yeah.
just like his dad.
I know. That's why I said I'm just messing with. No, excellent work. So, my 30-second spill is: listen, young people, regardless of where you are, all the negatives are out there, and this is something you need to get into: the arts, the film, acting, and that's for those who are not, athletic wise. So you don't have to just go into sports, even though sports is a great thing. And, you can use up your talents, singing, drawing, and other things like that. So we appreciate you enjoying our show. Look forward to the Heroes of the Last Cue, where it will continue to build up and back us up with the topics and the theories that we have and the suggestions. All right. Back to you, Jay.
All right, and I would just like to thank everyone for joining us today, and make sure you tell everybody. Check it out. Check out the Philly Live Show right here, YouTube. All right, everybody, have a wonderful afternoon.
All right.
All right.